अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, Operation Sindoor didn't need a Pakistani certificate, but now all the politicians of Pakistan are conceding what the generals tried to hide. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, big political fight emerges as the BJP's Nishikant Dubey rakes up a 1991 India-Pakistan advance military notice pact. Strong questions asked to Rahul Gandhi by the BJP on Nishikant and on who jeopardized national security. And at 9 p.m. tonight, the biggest Pakistan spy explosion in India after Operation Sindoor. How did so many spies exist untouched for so long? And ladies and gentlemen, interestingly now, we have a lot of admissions that are coming in from Pakistan that yes, they were bombed, and they were bombed very badly, and they were bombed repeatedly. And this is something that the Pakistani Armed Forces, Asif Munir, now Field Marshal, have tried to hide because it would be very embarrassing for them. But you see, the thing is that when the politicians get access to the same information, they end up revealing these facts in public meetings. And so we've had this kind of a statement where Shehbaz Sharif said that he got a call and they were so scared, he says, that India was just hammering them on the first day, on the first night. And that statement came from Shehbaz Sharif. So Shehbaz Sharif has acknowledged it. And now there's been a huge admission by Maryam Nawaz as well. Bilawal Bhutto says, why do you attack us after midnight? You should have told us. Maryam Nawaz's statement is most interesting, where she says that we've suffered huge damage. They really hit us very hard. And now our internal politics is hitting us hard. The thing is, Maryam Nawaz's statement, she says, जो कुछ 9 मई को हुआ और जो कुछ इंडिया ने उससे पहले 6 और 7 मई को हमला करके जो उन्होंने किया, which means she is making an admission that from the 6th to the 9th we were hitting the Pakistanis hard. She said we suffered significant damage, बहुत damage हुई. These are big admissions, viewers. Even the DGISPR has admitted, ladies and gentlemen, that 9-10 की रात को पाकिस्तान पे इन्होंने बहुत बड़ा मिसाइल अटैक कर दिया. These are major statements. So you have Maryam Nawaz making a statement, you have the DGISPR making a statement, you have Air Marshal Masood Akhtar, retired Air Marshal, who said they fired back-to-back BrahMos missiles, surface to surface and air to surface. Unfortunately, the 4th missile also hit the hangar at the Bholari Air Base, where one of our AWACS was standing. It was badly damaged. Huge admissions by the Pakistanis. It is very ironic, I find, that when the Pakistanis are making these admissions, Rahul Gandhi seems more interested in finding out how many hits we had. He doesn't want to talk about how badly he hit them. That's terrible. Very bad form. Very bad form. So the point is, and what I want to focus on my first debate tonight is, what is the reason why suddenly we have repeated admissions of the Indian strikes coming from Pakistan? Is this calibrated, or is this just the truth that had to come out one day? Let's debate.
The success of Operation Sindoor brought Pakistan to its knees. For weeks, Pakistan spoke in two voices. Its army claimed victory, while others warned of deep damage. Today, that split is over, as politicians admit the truth. Operation Sindoor has broken through the wall of denial. Pakistan's losses are emerging one after the other by its own admission.
जो कुछ 9 मई को हुआ और जो कुछ उससे पहले इंडिया ने 6 और 7 मई की शाम को हमला करके किया, उसमें ज़्यादा फ़र्क नहीं है, बल्कि शायद हमने ज़्यादा, हमारी उस सियासी जमात ने ज़्यादा नुकसान पहुंचाया पाकिस्तान को, क्योंकि जो काम दुश्मन बरसों में नहीं कर सका, दहाइयों में नहीं कर सका, वो हमने खुद अपने मुल्क का नुकसान कर दिया।
Pak Senator Syed Ali Zafar has admitted the huge impact of India's diplomatic strike by keeping the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance.
अगर ये पानी का क्राइसिस नहीं अभी सॉल्व करेंगे तो हम भूखे मर सकते हैं। उसकी वजह ये है कि इंडस बेसिन जो है वो ही हमारा लाइफलाइन है। 3/4 जो पानी हमारा आता है सर टोटल बाहर से आता है। हमारी 9 में से 10 में से 9 लोग जो है ये इंडस वाटर बेसिन के ऊपर ही रिलाय करके अपनी जिंदगी बसर कर रहे हैं।
Another Pakistan senator, Umar Farooq, publicly criticized the country's security and intelligence agencies following Operation Sindoor.
किसी ने ये नहीं पूछा कि GHQ से 5 किलोमीटर चकलाला एयरबेस तक ये ड्रोन कैसे पहुंचा, ये धमाका कैसे हुआ, और अगर हमारे हदूद में ये यहाँ तक आ सकता है तो इसके लिए सर मुझे तो अफसोस है कि कम से कम इतनी बड़ी लड़ाई लड़ने के लिए जॉइंट सेशन होना चाहिए। लेकिन हमारे लोग यहाँ आके सर उस चीज़ पे बात करते रहिए, क्योंकि फिर कुछ लोग नाराज होते हैं।
In fact, leaving Pakistan red-faced, its Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif admitted to Indian ballistic missiles striking the Noor Khan air base.
9 और 10 की दरमियानी रात में तकरीबन 2:30 बजे सिपा सलार जनरल सईद आसिम मुनीर ने मुझे सिक्योर फ़ोन पे मुझे बताया कि वज़ीर-ए-आज़म साहब, हिंदुस्तान ने अपने बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल अभी लॉन्च किए हैं, एक नूर खान एयरपोर्ट पे गिरा है और कुछ और दूसरे इलाकों में गिरे हैं।
Former Pakistani Foreign Minister and current MP Bilawal Bhutto Zardari also admitted to India's strike on their terror dens.
कौन रात के अंधेरे में हमले करते हैं? चोर रात के अंधेरे में हमले करते हैं, बुज़दिल रात के अंधेरे में हमले करते हैं। अगर उनमें हिम्मत होता तो वो दिन में आके ऐलाने जंग करते हैं, वो हमारे सिपाहियों के आमना सामने करते, हमारा अफवाज का आमने सामने करते।
A week back, Pakistan's retired Air Marshal Masood Akhtar admitted to losing the airborne warning and control system aircraft during Operation Sindoor.
10 की सुबह को हुआ, बिकॉज मेरी कुछ लोगों से बात भी हुई। उस बेस के ऊपर 4 सरफेस टू सरफेस ब्राह्मोस मिसाइल आए, सरफेस टू सरफेस या एयर टू सरफेस, ये मुझे नहीं पता। तो पायलट्स जो हैं वो पहले दौड़े कि वो अपने जहाजों को सिक्योर करें।
अच्छा।
और जैसे पहला आया वो जूम करके ऊपर से दूसरा आया, फिर तीसरा आया, फिर चौथा आया, जो कि अनफॉर्चुनेटली बुलारी में डायरेक्टली आके एक हैंगर पे लगा, जहां पे एक हमारा एवैक्स खड़ा था जो डैमेज हुआ, जहां पे शहादतें भी हुई।
Completely rattled by India's warning, a Pakistani military spokesperson used a language strikingly similar to that of designated terrorist Hafiz Saeed.
तुम हमारा पानी बंद कर दोगे, हम तुम्हारा सांस बंद कर देंगे।
Operation Sindoor did not need a Pakistani certificate, but now even their politicians are conceding what the generals tried to hide.
पानी का क्राइसिस नहीं
The damage was done and the myth of Pakistan's control lies in ruins.
Well, we have one of India's best security voices, Tilak Deveshwar, with us tonight, and General K.K. Sinha, well-known defense expert. To start with, Tilak ji, we're seeing a lot of what you call self-admissions from Pakistan over the last few days. Is this just natural that information is beginning to seep out? Because initially there was a sense of denial. It was information containment, don't let anything come out. Just deny that anything hit anything, everything's okay. But now more details. Hangars hit, planes hit, places hit, questions hit, questions raised in Parliament. Is this just natural, or is this, is this just the ISI not being able to push people down, push the information flow down from revealing the fact that there were serious hits in very key places?
Thank you, Arnab, for having me on your show. You see, the truth cannot remain hidden for long. If you recall, on the 7th, Pakistan's propaganda effort was very effective, saying they shot down so many Indian aircraft and so on. But gradually thereafter, when people examined the evidence, and what the smart thing India did this time was that in the briefings done by the DGMOs, there was concrete evidence, photographic evidence of the destruction of the terror training camps as well as of the air bases. I mean, if you saw that crater in Rahim Khan and in other air bases, there was no way that Pakistan ISI, with all its resources, could have covered that evidence. And now more and more Western scholars, people who have studied air warfare, who've studied war fighting, they have said clearly that it was a decisive victory for India. Now, when the problem has not been contained, the politicians are now coming on board and they say, look, and they are also angling, veiled criticism of the army, that what were you doing? As one person said, how did they penetrate so deeply in? And Maryam Nawaz's statement is extremely significant for one reason. She compared these strikes to what the PTI had done to the Pakistan army. Now, what the PTI had done in 2023 was to severely hit the prestige and the symbols of the Pakistan army. The Corps Commander's House, the GHQ, the Martyrs Memorial, which had degraded the Pakistan army's aura and prestige. She was now comparing it to the Indian strikes, that in a similar way, India had degraded and hit Pakistan army's prestige and the aura that Pakistan army had created for all these decades. I thought that was very significant. And more truth is going to come out, and more of these politicians as well as YouTubers are going to come out and narrate the truth and say what a decisive victory India had.
But why would, General Sinha, why would the DGISPR admit? Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry admitted to the BBC there was significant damage to the air bases, that they totally failed to intercept the missiles. Why would he make that admission?
Good evening, Arnav and Jai Hind. See, all the truth, which you can't hide, because today's, the battlefield milieu has got so much of transparency, and you are giving it minute to minute. And the people itself making all those things live and sending it to you, and your media or any media was putting across, followed by the DGMO's briefing, whether it was Army, Air or Navy. They gave it a very correct amount. It is actually matching ditto to ditto. You see, when Western media initially, they had just taken, some different narrative altogether, because the Pakistani, diaspora, which is outside, they have got a lot of leverages on the Western media. So they were peddling all those, muck. It was, carried on for 2-3 days. And thereafter they realized, because satellite imagery, modern milieu, is total transparency is there. You can't hide the facts. And today, it is Maryam Nawaz revolution, which she has said about airstrike on 9th. Exactly, he's saying 9, targets which have been destroyed, 100 odd terrorists killed. It is not we are saying. And you are asked about ISPR. I will just come a little. And she has also talked about a precise strike on Pakistani military bases. He has not talked about, the air bases, because these are Pakistani military bases. Destroyed completely. She says destroyed completely. So if you just put, and thereafter she also talks about the precision strike. After this, what happened 8th, 9th and 10th, she has exactly given the date, exactly briefs what the DGMO and the rep of DGMO, they have, telling the world. Now, you asked the question why DGISPR. DGISPR, the day one, his job is like that. DGISPR, even I think you were also referred, my picture came up, there was, I think, Fateh 2 missile, which was, near Sirsa was brought down. They were showing this to the public that nothing happens, and Indian media is also covering because these areas have been hit. Basically, Sirsa is towards, Delhi, which was they fired. And after that, you have seen that today DGISPR has to face his people. The days have gone. Now already so much of water has flown. And the best revelation which I feel is that, the senator who has talked about the water bomb, and he says if it not diffused, the whole Pakistani, as a state, because as per him, 9 out of 10 are dependent on the Indus water basin. Everything, the lifeline which has been hit, and he says if it not diffused, so they have now the reality has hit them so hard that they can't hide behind the rhetoric
of the army spokesperson. No, I another bit of analysis, very interesting, I find, General Sinha. Now the Pakistani people and the Pakistani politicians are becoming very nervous about the water situation. And the ISPR is making political statements, but the politicians are becoming very weak. So there are, in the Pakistani assembly, they are saying that we are going to die, we are not going to have any water. And they are saying that अगर ये पानी के crisis को नहीं अभी solve करेंगे तो हम भूखे मर जाएंगे. हम भूखे मर जाएंगे. ये एक वाटर बॉम्ब हमारे ऊपर पड़ा है. वाटर बॉम्ब, हम एटम बॉम्ब की बात कर रहे हैं, भारत ने वाटर बॉम्ब फेंक दिया है जिसको हमने डिफ्यूज करना है. So they are panicking because the politicians are in touch with the people. People are saying we are going to die. There is no water. And the answer is coming from the DGISPR. I don't know if that bite is there separately, where Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry copies word to word the words of Lashkar-e-Toiba's Hafiz Saeed. And he says, हम आपको चोक कर देंगे, हम आपको मार देंगे, आप पानी बंद करेंगे, हम आपको खत्म कर देंगे. But politicians are not convinced, Samar. Politicians are saying, ये क्या बकवास कर रहे हैं आप? We are going to die. We are the ones who are suffering. You could not even save your GHQ Rawalpindi. You could not save Chaklala. And you are saying that we will choke you. So I think people in Pakistan are getting very, 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 very nervous now. Maybe that's why all the truth is coming out.
Let's go back in time. I think one of the major reasons why Abhinandan sir was alive was because his video was out and in the media, and to save face, the Pakistan military had to give him back alive to us. Otherwise, they wouldn't leave a stone unturned to, to kill any of our military personnel. So, see, as sir had said, times have changed, era has changed, and precisely this is the exact weapon I would say, that can be used to, to create a civil war-like situation, because end of the day, any Pakistan political minister is the reflection of their public. So there will be pressure on the ministers. There will be pressure on the military now, because you see, I have served in UN. And when the war broke out in 2013, it was just a matter of hours that within the camp, there was a situation of literally people going out of control because there was no water. Within hours, children were wanting and looking for water, and our UN camps were closed. Nobody to go in, nobody to go out. And when this reality hit us, we realized despite the fire, we had to move out, lay a water pipeline, risk the lives of our soldiers, officers, warrant officers, and come back to the UN base. So you see the criticality and importance of water, be it Africa or be it anywhere in the world. A human body cannot last without water for beyond few hours or maybe few days. So it is desperate times will be coming. There will be public unrest now. It is not going to be any dire statements which will come to threaten India now. They will have to do their damage control within. This is the time where the civil war-like situation will now erupt. But we should not bow down. And it is basically Indian Water Treaty should be India's war on terror. IWT. This is the new terminology which will go in history, and there is no other language or way, Arnab, to tame them and to tell them to do away with terrorism.
What is the reason? This is the soundbite I want to play, Tilakji. What Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhary says. He's sounding like a politician. He's trying to keep the people motivated. Just listen to his reaction to the IWT. Can we play that on the right-hand side of the screen, please? Okay, play the whole thing. Play the whole thing, full.
तुम हमारा पानी बंद कर दोगे, हम तुम्हारा सांस बंद कर देंगे। तुम हमारा पानी बंद कर दोगे, हम तुम्हारा सांस बंद कर देंगे।
So this comment, you heard that. तुम हमारा पानी बंद करोगे, सांस बंद कर. It's immature comment. It is a political comment, and it's also desperate. How desperate can they get? We'll play that video, and I want Tilak ji to respond to that.
So, Arnab, it shows the desperation. They also realize that there is no life without water. So he is now echoing what Hafiz Saeed had said some time ago. I don't know when he said it, but there's also a video doing the round. Hafiz Saeed used this identical words. And DGISPR is quoting from him, which shows the close connection between the army and the jihadis. See, they have realized now, and the people are going to make them realize, that the cost you're going to pay for terror in India is going to be so huge that your very existence is going to be in doubt. So wake up and smell the coffee. And the desperation, because he knows, this officer, DGISPR, knows what is coming. Therefore, SANS band kar denge. How do you close SANS? It's not a treaty. It's free. So, and Pakistanis love this kind of rhetoric.
And on
this trying to show this macho kind of a thing.
Yeah.
The Maula Jat, I will do this and I will do that. Karna hai, karo yaar, karke dikhao. How will you do it?
No, I think Shehbaz is now going to Turkey, General KK, on 25th. What's happening there, do you think?
Only Turkey, which has come, materialistically, that is about 10% of their weapon and, equipment is coming from Turkey, and they have got the moral support. Complete the West, your Islamic world is generally, they have been taken a different line. See, he is running to Turkey. Turkey itself, Turkey has got some traction in Syria and some traction with Donald Trump. If you have seen, the way he has embraced that same Al-Qaeda or ISIS, who was mastermind in Syria, because he is now the president, he is sharing the same platform. See, he is running to Turkey, and it is good. I tell him he should run more and try to get totally exposed. You see, the Turkish weapon systems which they have given, Bakhtiar drones, which has totally failed, 600 of them. It has. So they are not only harming themselves, they are harming also the Turkey in that area. You know what we are doing it in Azerbaijan, Armenia. We have already said, they are buying our Akash system. We are doubling down and giving them, because that is the, in Azerbaijan, Nagorno-Karabakh, they have used, and it was big success, their drones. Now it will be total failure. So he is running over there for what? 80%, equipment and, weapon system have failed of China's. So this has got no, you will not get anything out of it. what he is doing it as on today, because there are only, I think, 2 or 3 basically is China. Americans, I don't say Americans. Donald Trump has got his own, economical gain. He wants to fish in the troubled water of Pakistan and try to get a foothold, because the Chinese have come in a big way. He wants to have the rare earth material in Balochistan. He wants to have the, cryptocurrencies. He wants to make it because his family deal is there with it. I think we have to read it slightly more than that. Arnab, what I read it, see what we have done it in the 4 days war and what we are doing it now, because it will not stop. It is ongoing. This water bomb with Modi ji has just told yesterday from Bikaner, if you have heard properly, हमारे हिस्से का पानी, when we talk about the 3, your western river, if you just take that, the eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas, Satluj, huge amount of water. I have commanded, my brigade opposite Sulamanki headwork in Fazilka. In that area, huge amount of water, which is, we are not supposed to give a single drop of water. Harike Barrage actually releases a lot of water because we can't hold it. He was speaking from Rajasthan. Indira Gandhi canals passes through, goes right up to Ramgarh, in that Jaisalmer, Balmer area. We have to just increase the channel. You will surprise to know, Canal, Ganga Singh was the, ruler of Ganganagar. With, spades, with hand, they have dug 120 kilometers of that. No technology. Correct. In no time, and it was completed in the record time that time. I'm talking. So that is what our capability. I am telling you, just put the people from my, I am from Sikh regiment. My people, they will dig it in no time with their own, because we have got these tractors which has got, those trolleys, and it has got so many things, which is spades, we can create. Only thing is we have to will, and Modi ji, we are because he is a determined leader. He has told not a single drop of water. If it doesn't, as in my calculations, even from these water, we are not supposed to give them a single drop. 20 to 30% water goes to them. That's why they have got the complete canal system down below to Babal Nagar, Babalpur, which is go to Rahmayar Khan in these areas. Even, this Munir, he is talking about 6 canals in Punjab and taking 1,000 square kilometers. He wants to take it. That will fail, and that will kill him.
No, I think this puts in perspective quite a few things. I find that the information flow cannot be stopped anymore, Samar. The problem is information flow, Samar, as you have said, and KK has said, but before that, Tilakji, information is now out. Now they have to maintain morale of their people. And it's going to be difficult after what's happening in Sindh, Balochistan, water, Pakistan Assembly, PTI, multiple factors here. So I think they are slowly going back on the back foot. Situation's getting complicated for them again, Samar. Quick word, very quick, brief word from you in the end of that.
Arnab, see, they have been openly lying. Their whole, DGMO and the ISPR has been lying, and you see all the OS int that has been generated is by the civilian diaspora. It's been by the Pakistan influencers whom they've stopped. They are the ones who had actually made the videos. They are the ones who were calling out that this certain airbase has been under attack. And you see, I am proud to be an Indian and to call out our forces. Not a single public place was attacked. Their electricity grids are up and running. Their industrial areas are untouched.
That's so true.
All their malls and public places are untouched. So it is a clear-cut message by the democratic country called India that only the military installation which has been supporting and perpetrating attacks against India is the target, and they have been targeted.
I think that's fantastic.
Pakistan have witnessed to it, and there is no lying about it, and they will have to now come out in the open, क्योंकि एक झूठ के लिए 100 झूठ बोले इन्होंने. This is the damage that they have done amongst their own people. They will have no.
And anyway, we should thank Mariam Nawaz for coming out with her confessional statement today.
Exactly.
Tilak Deveshwar, General KK, and Samar, of course. Thank you very much.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार. MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला.